I think there is only one spiritual reality, but it is of a variegated nature. And therefore you have the possibility of different approaches to transcendence that will afford one different degrees of penetration into it and different experiences of enlightenment. There could be a monistic experience of enlightenment. There could be a theistic, or a number of different theistic experiences that constitute enlightenment, in as much as the Godhead is not limited to one face or another. In the Bhagavad Gita, from the Hindu tradition, Krishna says that as people approach me, so I respond accordingly. The implication here, in the highest sense, is that transcendence, enlightenment, is of variegated nature. And so relative to the path one takes, if it has a genuine trajectory that reaches transcendence and is therefore ego-effacing and leaves the ephemeral world of things that are here today and gone tomorrow behind, then that ego-effacing, genuine spiritual tradition that gives one the possibility of actually entering into transcendence will at the same time be perhaps slightly different than another tradition that aims in the broadest sense at the same goal, transcendence, transcending the world in which, the realm in which things are here today and gone tomorrow. Most religious traditions, the largest faces of them are a religious, moral orientation to the tradition that's very worldly, an orientation in which God is thought to help us in this world solve its problems, solve my human problems, enhance my human life, and so on and so forth. But the mystical orientation, which the religious orientation is meant to bring us to ultimately, is one in which we leave the ephemeral behind. After all, if we talk about there being an eternal life, well, it can't involve things that are here today and gone tomorrow. So largely the differences we find between religious traditions that can be a turn-off is the fighting that goes on amongst those who have absorbed themselves in more of a worldly orientation or a fundamentalist orientation, a literal orientation to the tradition, that even is at odds at times with mystics in the same tradition. The Jesus of Nazareth was rejected by the Jews, for example. So among the major religious traditions, whether it be the Sufis of Islam, the mystic saints of Christianity, the Buddhas within Buddhism, the mystics within Hinduism, all of these mystics have something in common. They agree transcendence is of this nature. It is ego-effacing. It leaves the ephemeral behind. At the same time, their orientation to pursuing the transcendence while having much in common is slightly different. It may be, as I say, a monistic orientation. It may be a theistic orientation, and there may be a majestic theistic orientation where the love of God is reverential, or, as in our tradition, it may be one in which the love of God affords intimacy with the Absolute, like friendship with the Absolute, even romantic life with the Absolute. And so these are then two basic different orientations to theism, that each of which may have their expression within transcendence. So we see that there are genuine mystics who are truly detached from the ephemeral and experiencing the common bliss of the self and its eternality, and are in pursuit of some type of union with the Absolute. And the nature of that union is variegated. Just like in this world, we may have a connection with somebody in any number of different ways. So also with the Godhead. So again, I believe there is one truth, but it's variegated in nature, and there are different authentic paths by which it can be pursued and attained.